All right, everybody. Hello, welcome, good evening, good night, wherever you happen to be, or maybe good morning. I don't know. Hi, welcome. Howdy. We're here for some more FF14 because we haven't played it in a while, and some things have happened. It's been a couple of days. It's to say the least. So yeah, we're just gonna do some cosmic exploration today. I think that's really about the only thing that I've got planned at the moment. You know, it's just gonna be a chill night. We're just gonna hang out. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna I won't say we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a lot of crafting. It's gonna be a lot of crafting. It's gonna be a lot of running around the moon and just kind of going over what all we actually need to do. But worst comes to worst, I could still stand to do a few of my weekly roulettes or whatever if we really decide to. But yeah, so some things have happened. Well, I'll bring up my old UI here. So you might notice that I've got a little bit more money since the last time that we hopped in here to play. Yeah, so apparently I was the first one on Balmung to get the micro rover. I was like, you know what, I'll just I'll see if anyone else has one and check the old market board, and okay, well, it's empty. Well, let's just make up a number. So I put in 50 million, and like less than a minute later it sold for 50 million. So yeah, I've got money. So I don't even know why I'm doing a bunch of these crafts. It's not like I need to do crafting for a bit, but yeah, you know, it's been fun. I've had a good time. It's been good to me. That's, you know, it was literally like I got to 1,000 lunar credits, and I was like, well, obviously I'm gonna gamble. So I rolled the old gotcha, and sure enough, first thing. Got the rover. So yeah, thanks to whoever that was that bought that for 50 million. I just rebought it for 300k. So, you know, good for you, I guess. Got money to burn. And unfortunately, there's really no housing plots up this week. So, you know, still got to wait to actually use it for anything. I might buy a set of a full set of gathering gear. I'm still using like the script gear for my gatherers, but aside from that, there's really not a whole lot that I plan to use it on. It's just all going to the housing fund. So yeah, that's kind of nice. I should probably put some of it back before I forget about it. Before I end up, you know, slowly whittling it away on like, you know, teleportation fees and stuff. But, you know, aside from that, I've enjoyed cosmic exploration. I wouldn't say it's like the best content of all, but I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's basically Firmament 2.0. It's kind of what we expect. You know, they got rid of a lot of the kind of, I don't know, monotonous stuff. You know, you don't have the diatom that you have to worry about going and getting mats and stuff. You just get the mats, which is kind of nice. So you have that one less step. But it is very... Wow, it's busy tonight. It is very monotonous. And, you know, it took me a day to get my first weapon. I got the... Here, I'll switch over to botanist so you can see it. So I did round out my cosmic tool for botany. And yeah, it was definitely a grind. There were a few of those things that were kind of rough. I am very, very scared of what's going to happen when I actually have to start working on like my actual crafters, because apparently a lot of the A-rank stuff is mastercrafts, and a lot of it is also the only way to actually level up some of your things because of the way that the grades work. So this right here, your cosmic research, tells you what exactly you need to level up to the next stage of your relic tool, right? And it does get kind of wild. As you can see, there's 4 stages for my completed hatchet right now. And it's not great. It's kind of rough. You know, they're tuned pretty high. You know, if you want to do A-rank stuff, like, you got to have full melds and you got to kind of know what you're doing. So, yeah. Okay, so it looks like this one had a red alert about 30 to 40 minutes ago. They run about every 4 hours. That's your real big money maker. So if you really want to hop in and make a lot of credits, the red alert stuff is what you want to look for. The big critical mission things, and those run 20 minutes, and you can just basically spam the missions for 20 minutes until you're satisfied, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite a bit. So minor, you know, we're starting kind of small. I do get a 50% bonus once you complete your first relic tool. You get a 50% bonus, and then I think every other one it jumps up another 50%. So your 35th, etc. tools. And yeah, and then as far as how to get the points, those are your missions. Yay! Look at us. There's several different types. I've had a lot of people asking in like Discord and stuff, what are like the provisional missions and stuff. Some of those are weather related. Whenever certain types of weather roll around, there's no notice or anything like that. Just kind of gotta look. And then there are sequential missions. So you will finish one mission or one fate, and then another one might pop up elsewhere to kind of complete it from there. So that's kind of nice. And then obviously you got the critical missions. Those are your big red alerts. Those are the big zone-wide things. Can't miss them. Big old thing popping up saying, hey guys, red alert. There will be 5 jobs to choose from. Make sure to look at the map because they are split between 2 different areas of the map. And depending on which job you want to complete the quest for will determine where you want to go on the map to do those. So yeah. Aside from that, I mean, it's basically everything that we kind of know from previous things, right? Like I said, it's basically Firmament all over again. So you just complete your missions, or you complete your quests, your tasks, and just kind of go from there. They're not easy. They're not easy at all. The later stuff, like I said, it requires a pretty decent eye level, but beyond that, at least because I did everything on my gatherers first, you also just have to wait for your GP. Like, I have burned through probably 50 high cordials so far. It's been a fair amount. So yeah, it's kind of time consuming, it's kind of monotonous, but we're getting it done. And then once your phase is done, you have a big zone-wide thing. Lasts 40 minutes or however long it takes your server to complete it. Some don't complete, and then it resets on a 7-hour timer back to the beginning. And if you do complete it, then hey, you get the next thing. I've seen some people complaining that they missed the first 2 phases. You didn't really miss too much. I think they kind of rushed the first 2 phases so that you could get the fast travel around. These big portals help you fast travel around. Once you get to phase 3, it slows down. In fact, I don't even really know where we're at. See, we've been at this for what, 2 days now. And Balmung, from what I understand, was kind of leading the pack, and then we've kind of slowed down a bit. So I don't know where we are in terms of like world first racing and stuff, but typically we've been pretty good. So yeah, it's nothing super surprising. This message will pop up. It lies. You can definitely do this at 686, at least these low level ones. Once you get to the other stuff, it gets a little bit trickier. All right. Okay. So for this one, we're just getting as many things as we can. There's like a bunch of different types of tasks. For gatherers, it is a pretty decent spread. It's either get a X number of items, and it's counting how many items you get total. Some of them are get number of items from a limited amount of nodes. You get like your 9 nodes or whatever, and you have to try and make sure to get everything that you can from those nodes. And then some of the trickier ones are things like the reduction. So like you need to gather collectibles and then reduce them. And I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. And that one can be kind of tricky. A lot of the really tough stuff is because of the timer more than anything else. Like, there's really nothing that I can't do eye level wise. It's doing it in the amount of time that you have. That's a little bit tricky. All right, so here we go. So go ahead and report. I got my gold star. All right, so they've got a mech op coming up. I do not have a license right now. They cost 1,000 credits, but you do get either an automatic item or you get a free roulette scroll wheel, which is kind of nice. But I do want to show you guys what it looks like. So here we go. They're kind of fun. They're a decent way to make some credits. It's like 40 each, Cosmo and Lunar credits. There's a couple of different ones to pop up. Sometimes you need to destroy spores, and sometimes you need to destroy rocks. The rock one is honestly a little less to do if you're ground support, because it takes so long to destroy the little rocks, but they go really fast with the mechs. And then the other one, you try some killdozers around and destroy some spores. That one goes pretty fast. You get a flamethrower if you're ground support, and there's like no cooldown on it. It goes really fast, much easier to get 2-3 things at once with it. So yeah, you know, pretty standard, pretty easy. But yeah, if you do get in a mech, you do get some guaranteed stuff. Either, like I said, a free spin roll, or I think it can also just give you an item just as like loot, which is kind of cool. I haven't had to like wait too long. I think the most that I've had to wait before I got chosen was like 4 different mech ops. They run like every 20 minutes or something like that. It's not too long of a wait. But yeah, it does have bad luck protection built into it. So you can keep spamming it until you actually get chosen. Like I said, it really wasn't too many tries for me. But yeah, they're kind of a nice change of pace. The downside is I don't think they really give you a whole lot of like stuff for your job, right? Like I don't think they give you a whole lot of the leveling XP. But you do get some credits for it, and it does help the old the mission board, I guess. And of course, you get your dailies to do those. Cosmic class tracker, as you can see, I've done a little bit of everything. The alchemist has been almost entirely from the red alerts, so that's been kind of nice. I have not done any of the quests as an alchemist yet. In fact, I'm honestly kind of surprised that it's that much. It's almost as much as the botanist, and I've only done the red alerts. So yeah, it's a fair amount. It's a pretty good amount if you're doing the red alert crafting. But yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot of like crafting quests. Apparently, like the meta, I don't know why there's a meta for the cosmic exploration, is to go out and do your gathering stuff, and then switch over to a crafter to let your GP refresh. Because it does take a while. Like that has probably been the biggest thing, is just waiting for my stuff to refresh. It's been a lot of watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'll just put it that way. I binged all 3 of the extended editions over the past week. So yeah, it's been a lot of that on the second screen while I've been waiting for my GP to come back up. The music is really good. I really like the aesthetics of everything in the zone. Obviously, as you can see, I've already bought a couple pieces of the glam. Really like the glam. It's everything that I was hoping it would be. I'm hoping that that each planet we go to ends up getting its own glam. I imagine it will. Yeah, it's kind of a weird cross between Firmament and Island Sanctuary. Is probably the best way to describe it. Which, seeing some people so upset, I didn't realize so many people just really did not like Island Sanctuary. I mean, I can understand why. It's not my favorite type of content, but I did enjoy the zone and kind of walking around and you know, finding the rare creatures and stuff. Yeah, like when this started coming out and people started making the comparisons, I really did not expect Island Sanctuary was as hated as it was. Like, I didn't think it was like the best content in the world, but I mean, I had a good time with it. Kind of hop in there every now and then, right? Wow, I didn't even get to turn in. So yeah, normally you would run over to like where that green bunker thing was, and do a turn in, because then you get you get credit for okay, so we can do a little bit of everything. Yeah, you get credit not just for destroying the rocks, but also for turning them in. So you get like you double dip a little bit there. Yeah, that one. The rock one goes so much faster. The mechs are so much faster than the killdozers are. And yeah, if you're ground support, it can be kind of tricky to know when to run over there and go ahead and do your turn in. You'd think you would want to wait until you had a full 20, but for that one, if your server's pretty busy, you might want to head over there a little bit early. Apparently, fishing is really hard. I have not done a whole lot of fishing, so I'm not like completely up to speed on it. I think a lot of this is also going to depend more than anything else. Okay, gather collectibles and achieve the target score. Okay, so this one's a collectible one, and if you 1000 collectability, like it really jumps that score up. It's really not bad at all. But yeah, I think a lot of your enjoyment of this is probably going to depend on whether or not you're already a max level crafter, or if you are using it to level up. Because I think leveling up is very, very different. Apparently, this is really, really good XP if you are doing like full leveling up. Here we go. I am, obviously, I do not have a whole lot that I can do with it. I'm already an Omnicrafter, right? But just from what I've been hearing from like the phase, like when we move up to a new phase kind of thing, it's I guess a full level and a half or something. Go ahead and do it. Why not? Okay, so we got 10 out of that. Go ahead and use a cordial. Yeah, I'm burning through these cordials, man. It's pretty rough. I am kind of glad that you can get them pretty easily from the roulette. It's like one of the like pity things. But yeah, I'm burning through these way faster than I thought. I don't know if I can craft high cordials. Maybe that's something I should look at. I'll do meticulous. There we go. All right, so I got a silver rating. Yeah. So as you can see, if you're 1000 collectability, like it's that's a word for you. Yeah, if you're getting 1000 on it, it goes really, really fast. It's not too bad at all. What do we have here? Gatherer's Boon. All right, see, and now I've got to wait for my stuff to come back. So let's take a look at the culinary and stuff. So this one, it just gives you a bunch of things. Okay, so we've got a level 80. We have, do I have anything for level 80? I don't know if I do or not. And I can guarantee stuff with this, so we'll give it a shot. We'll see if my current macros already have something that'll actually get it done. You can go on to Raphael or something like that, and it'll make a macro for you. And then you just press that macro. That's really all you got to do. But I figure for my macros to do like my mastercrafts can't get it done, I don't know what will, right? Yeah, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much cosmic exploration. This is what you have to look forward to. Okay, so this is kind of interesting that I didn't notice. This is literally the first time that I have done any of the crafting ones. There's no timer. So that's really nice. That's extremely nice. I like that a lot. Wow, that's kind of wild. No wonder people switch over here so they can wait for their GP to come back. Okay, and you can kind of do them anywhere. So like you don't have to go to specific areas. Wow, this is like a lot easier. This is so much easier than trying to do this on gatherers. Wow. Okay. Well, I've learned something new. But like I said, I mean, overall, I think there's going to be a lot of different opinions about this kind of content. I don't hate it. It's not great, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. It's kind of like a nice little distraction. And like I said, if you are leveling your crafters, I think your viewpoint is going to be very, very different, because I'm sure this is like crazy good XP, right? If I was trying to level up my Omni crafters, this would probably be like fantastic. But yeah, I mean, I've done all of this before, and it's kind of nice to be doing something as a server. I think that's also another part of it too, is like being on Balmung, we're always in the hunt for world first stuff when it comes to like server-wide things. You know, there's that sense of community there too. So we're all trying to like put in our little bit of effort. You know, if you're on a smaller server, don't really care about that if you don't have server pride. I don't know why I have pride over being part of a, you know, a server in a video game, but you know, it does happen. So, wow, that's a lot slower than I thought. Thankfully this one doesn't go, it's not too bad. Gatherer's Boon, okay. Chains is easy. Chains is really not too bad. We can probably initiate it, even though I'm a little bit lower, since I'm just using my my Mountaineer's gift most of the time. It really doesn't take too long. Here we go. Because yeah, chains is just however long you can keep chaining, really. You know, you can burn through a lot of GP if you really, really wanted to. Trying to get those extra hits in. It's not the worst thing, not the worst idea. If I wanted to do that. And just, like I said, just keep chaining it as best as you can. Because you do get more score the longer the chain goes on. So if you get really lucky with your solid reasoning or wise to the world or whatever, you can really get those chains going for a long time. But it does, you know, obviously burn through your GP pretty fast. But yeah, you know, it is kind of cool feeling like I'm helping build something. I did not place in the ranking. Whoever it was that got number 1. It was a name I didn't recognize. Usually I recognize a lot of the big names on the server, but I didn't know this one. I'm kind of scared of how much time they put into it, because I felt like I did a lot. That first day. And yeah, just absolutely crushed by whoever this was. But I mean, I did see the people had finished their Cosmic Tool probably, you know, a few hours before I had. So yeah, they were really putting that contribution in. They were probably doing the smart thing though, and switching it up quite a bit too. I don't really need to worry too much. I'll be able to gold star this before the timer runs out. And there we go. Yeah, these lower level ones, they're really not too bad. Honestly, all the way up to the level 90 stuff is really not bad. If you got the current gear, it's everything else. It's all the A rank stuff. And like I said, the problem is the A rank stuff is the only way to get some of this. So yeah, that one can be hard. I wish that it told you. Does it, if I hover over, does it tell me? No. It doesn't tell me what the actual requirements are, which is kind of a little rough. This one's 40. Okay, we'll give our 91 to 140D a shot. We'll see if this does anything. It shouldn't be too bad on like my Culinarian and stuff, but some of these other ones that I do not have my soul crystal for, it might be a little trickier. I think I've got Alchemist, Weaver, and Culinarian right now. Can't remember. I don't think it's Carpenter. Yeah, apparently the A ranks are really, really hard. I guess we can try it and we'll give it a shot. I don't know if it'll work or not. Okay. So I actually do have a macro. We will switch this in. Here we go. We'll see if this works. It should be about the same as the crafts that you need for the critical missions, so I'm not super concerned. Yeah, I macro everything. Like, I'm not a big fan of like the crafting minigame. I'm just not that good at it. I'm not big brained enough for it. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to like having to learn how to do master crafts and stuff. You can technically macro them to a point, but it's a lot lower success rate. It's much harder to say the least. So yeah, I'll worry about that when I get to it. Right now, I'm just going to focus on getting my mining up. And just kind of pecking away at some of these other crafters as I can. But, you know, I don't think I'm going to be getting the black mech. I think that's what it is. It's like you need 500,000 score across all, like, for each of your crafters. It's another one of those insane requirements, right? Like the firmament hat. And I think it's the mech, but it's black. The one that you get from just the roulette is just the standard white mech. And it's pretty easy to get. I had one, sold that one pretty quickly too. Not nearly as much as the micro rover, but it did sell. It wasn't bad. I will say it has been a lot of fun seeing so many people out and about. Like, I mean, you saw when we got in here, it's like taking up all 5 instances. It's been busy. I think there's been like a brief moment in the middle of the night when I didn't see that many people, but outside of that, it's been pretty crazy. Right, what's this one? 60. Okay, this one might be kind of weird. Okay. So let's try doing this manually because it's been a long time since I've tried. Here we go. Do that. Where is synthesis? No. So I want my innovation. Actually, I don't even know if I have everything. Oh, there we go. Manipulation. Okay. And then which one are we using? I think it's advanced touch. Or maybe it's just standard touch. That's the problem, is I don't have a lot of my stuff actually on here. Oh no, that's not good. There we go. Yeah, I might need to see if one of my macros can do it. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. We'll just go ahead. We'll just groundwork it. See if this works. Yeah. What do my macros even look like right now? So manipulation, great strides. Oh, so they actually do use great strides. Okay. Waste not, innovation. They save innovation for last. Preparatory touch. Yeah, I don't have prep touch, I think, on my bars right now. Whoops. My bad. All right. Well, if this can do it for an 80 durability one, it should be able to do it for a 60. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe not. Nope. All right. Damn. Let's see how far the 40 gets me. See, these are 70. Like, worst comes to worst, I just switch it back to one of the old Wests. Or I just look at Raphael and make a new macro. That works too. What is this? Lunar spices. Okay. All right, let's see. Lunar spices. Oh wow, that's actually one for the alchemy too. Okay. Okay, so I've got 5. What's my control at? 4785. What's my CP? 612. Okay. Solve it. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to abandon it. I'm not gonna be able to complete it with gold. All right, here we go. New macro. CE60D. Here we go. There we have it. Cool. Easy enough. There you go. That's the gameplay we all want, right? All right, so this one's just 40. This one we can do. It should stay relatively the same most of the way up. We'll see. I'll probably run into some roadblocks at some point. But hey, the good news is my mining should be back up. But yeah, aside from that, you know, I don't think there was really anything else with this patch. I think most people are just kind of looking forward to the next one, because that's when we get the big Eureka content, right? I think we get more Hildy too. So that'll be a lot of fun. This is just kind of a nice stopgap. Try and get your gatherers, your crafters up. And then obviously for the next one, we'll have the Allied Society quest too, to kind of help boost that a little bit too. But either way, I mean, I've had fun hopping back in. We're always looking for a good excuse to get back into FF14 here, right? Oh, I need to go down and buy a pilot's license. Didn't realize that I've got enough credits. That last one put me over the top, I guess. We'll see if I can get my miner leveled up while I'm up here, and then yeah, next time I go back down to turn in my research data, yeah, let's do it. Buy a pilot license. Nice. There we go. Port. So that got leveled up. All right, what do we have here? Display on map. That's on the other side of the map. How am I? Oh. Okay, so I need some more 2-star. What gives me the most 2-star? Okay, we're already there. So more collectibles. Yay! Let's go ahead and do it. This one shouldn't take too long. Okay, let's go. Scour a couple times. I really need to get a full set of my gathering gear. I don't think the we'll give it a shot. We'll see what that gives me. Okay, about 30 a piece. It's not quite as much as the last one, but that's okay. Go. Yeah, I have a feeling that like a full set of melds will make a fairly big bit of difference, right? The meticulous actions are enhanced. Hey, there we go. Hey, that wasn't too bad. All right, so it's a fair amount. Yeah, it's a fair amount to try and get that up, huh? Okay, what else? What else do we have here? Do we have any of them that are instances of Gatherer's Boon? Okay. All right, so we can head over there. That's fine. Successful chains. Yeah, they're all over there at that It's a lot of travel. It's a lot of running back and forth. Can't use mounts. We'll see if maybe that's one that they end up adding later for like one of the phases. I doubt it though. I don't think they ever did that for Diatom. Okay. One more. Now, the Gatherer's Boon we should be able to do. That should be fine. We won't be able to get, won't be able to use my solid reason for some, like, extra chains, but that's okay. Yeah, this one is just purely Gatherer's Boon, so I don't even have to worry about the chains. Here we go. It's literally just however many times it procs, the better. You know, obviously, if you stay at one crop and do a chain, it's less running around, but it's not like essential. You should be okay. You can do this one without having to like sit there waiting an hour. Okay. Like the Gatherer's Boon, you only have to press it once per thing, so you know it goes a fairly long way on just a little bit of GP. So, problem with the miner is like I've memorized all of the locations for all of my botany ones. Don't know where all the miner ones are. Let's just look for the rocks, but you know it's the moon. It's all rocks. Oh. Really gives you kind of a nice bonus. I guess we don't get it this time. All right. So yeah, like the B and A rank ones, they give you like a native bonus to a lot of the Gatherer's Boon spots just by default. Like normally I think it's based off your perception or something like that, but yeah, I haven't had the bonuses much here. The botany ones, like every other one, will have the nice bonus to it. Yeah, see these I'm not getting it. There we go. All right. So it's only letting me go up to 1,000. I need to make sure that I'm not like wasting a lot of stuff, right? Back on the other side. Collectibles again. Ugh. Again. All right. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll just go ahead and turn in our culinarian. Yeah, there's technically 9 steps. You've got 8 research data thingies. Yes. And then one final one to actually complete the thing. Okay. Hair. Doesn't take too much. Seems like the crafters go through your durability a lot faster. There we go. All right, so let's go up and let's go ahead and buy a mech license. It's 1,000 like each time. Yeah. Here we go. All right, cool. All right, so we'll switch back to culinary and get this up and running. What do we have here? Okay, number required. Craft items. High quality items will earn a higher score and collectability will be scored. Huh. Oh, so I have to like go back and forth. I have to like make my things and then make my collectability. Oh, okay. That's kind of tricky. That's a lot of steps. We'll see how this goes. I need to craft 2. We'll craft an extra just in case. Never know. 94%, and with my luck, then that just means it's not gonna HQ it. Tends to be how things go with my luck. Yeah, this one's kind of rough. It's got just a little bit more in the quality that makes it kind of tricky. I can probably do it with like a 2 macro thing. Guess people are complaining about Dawn Trail MSQ in chat. I always hide my chat. I don't want to put people on blast, but you know how it goes sometimes, especially on a busy server like this. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is just one instance of 5. It's nice and busy. A lot of people out and about enjoying the moon. Hope you guys are having fun. You know, if cosmic exploration isn't for you, I hope you're still having a good time with the savages and stuff. Seems like people are clearing it at a fairly good clip this time around compared to other tiers, so that's kind of that's nice. You know, it's doable. I saw that they did change up some of the stuff for 80. All right, we'll use the big boy macros. Why not? Give it a shot. Yeah, I saw that they did fix a few issues with the EX. I've seen a lot of complaining about the colors, and I guess they did make some of the move sets a little bit easier to see, which is just good. You know, sometimes I wonder what they're doing when it comes to a lot of the color balancing and stuff. Because like they play the game. Devs actually play their game here, so you'd think they would know. Oh. Nice. Nice. So that wasn't too bad. Let it run through the macro. Maybe. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot of score. So I definitely, as long as I'm HQing the lower rank, then I don't really have to worry too much as long as I'm using the big boy macros for the second. Vanilla nutrient bar. Man, why would they want vanilla? Like I buy a lot of like the nutrient bars and stuff and like protein bars on the way to work just because it's like easy. It's easy. They're relatively filling to like start the shift. At least until I get out a few hours later and then I can like get actual lunch. But like vanilla ain't it, man. Vanilla is not the way to go. I mean, really, depending on what you're getting, really none of them are great, if we're being honest. Okay. Essential whole meals. Okay, so this one is just straight up. Ow. So none of these. Oh, okay. So we're still on like rank 1 things. Interesting. Why am I working on the high quality stuff then? These give so much more rank 1. Yeah. We'll just do that then. All right, so this is a 61. So we gotta bring down our new macro. There we go. I really should just put them over here to the side. I need to learn how to do like the whole pull out thing. Not in that way. But I've seen a lot of people that do like the whole, you know, you click it and it brings out the tab. I need to learn it. Need to learn how to make that. All right, we'll see if this 60 macro works. I'm curious. It was different. Yeah, I thought I would need rank 2 things. I guess not. I feel like we've already done so much more work in like the 2 seconds we've been culinarian than I have as a miner. Yeah, all right. So it seems to work well enough. That's fine. That's cool. We're basically just killing time until the next mech op to see if we can get selected. If I'm not selected, that's fine. We'll just keep doing our thing. I am really excited to see like what everything looks like as we get it built more, though. I want to know if we're getting like little housing tents. So they kind of previewed a little bit of it during the live letters. There's clearly some inside buildings we can go check out. I don't know how far in that's going to be. Because yeah, I mean it does really slow down. Really slow down. Like we flew through those first 3. I'm also curious if they're going to add some more points. Like fast travel points. There's a few spots out there that like they're still kind of a ways out for your gatherers. I don't know why. There's like nothing that leads to them. You still got to hoof it. And the zone, like it's surprisingly big. Way bigger than you think, just kind of looking at it, right? All right, what are we at there? Okay. So let's switch it back to minor and see where we can go. I need more rank 2. What's giving me the most rank 2 right now? Okay, so back over there. This is the Gatherer's Boon one. Got it. When you sprint, it does not run out. So that's kind of nice. But it's also kind of fickle on when it decides to turn itself off. I haven't quite figured it out yet. We can go ahead and initialize it. Yeah, this gathers boon. See, this one gives me a bonus. This one might be the only node that does. Very weird. All right. Yeah. Like I said, I have an early shift tomorrow. I'm going to see what we can do maybe in the afternoon, because I would like to hop in and get some more FF9 done. You know, we've been on the Elden Ring kick lately. I don't know why, but apparently my subscribers really did not like the Elden Ring stuff. So I don't know what the deal is. Either that or, you know, it's just another case of YouTube's UI messing some things up. But yeah, you know, it happens sometimes. I'm not going to worry too much about it. But yeah, I like looked at my subscribers and I'm like, wow, they really did not like the Elden Ring things for some reason. So, you know, if you want to help out, recoup some of those numbers, tell your friends. Like, subscribe. Thank you, Clippers, if you make clips of the channel. But yeah, I still want to keep doing it though. Like, you know, I don't really worry too much about the numbers. It's gonna happen. But I wanted to know. I'm just very curious what it was about Elden Ring that they really didn't like. Wow, this is rough. But we're gonna keep doing that. But I like I said, I do want to make sure that we're getting back into FF9 and getting a little more progress of that done, because I am really enjoying it. It is a very, very fun game. So yeah, and we're starting to really pick up in the story too. There's just there's a lot of things happening. Vivi's learning a lot of things. It's kind of not sure how that's gonna go. Probably not well. Seems like for as bright and like fantastical and whimsical as 9 can be, it's also so far one of the darker stories. Like surprisingly dark, considering the models and everything. Right, this should get me kind of close. Didn't take a look at chat to see how much I'm actually getting every point. Here we go. Yeah, then I've been watching a lot of Rust. I don't know, I've been kind of craving. I think I've got Rust somewhere. Somewhere is like one of the epic, like, free weekly things that they do every now and then. But the problem is I don't have anyone to play with. Like, it's one of those things where I've always heard that you kind of got to do it on like a private server, right? Let's hurry this up. Let's get this finished. 2 minutes? Yeah, we can do it in 2 minutes. Like, you can't really do it when you're already on another mission, so you want to try clearing out as fast as you can. Because, yeah, I guess the public servers are all just kind of like death zones, right? pilot. Yes. We'll give that a shot. But yeah, the private server stuff has been a lot of fun to watch. I am genuinely surprised that Shishiro Botan finally joined Rust. And it's gone about as well as we were all looking. If you didn't know the story, I guess she used to be so hardcore in Rust that she actually drove people off of servers back in the day. Yeah, so it's been a ride. They took on the tanker last night, and she was just headshotting everything. It was great. I hope she's having fun. I know she had a lot of reservations from what she's talked about in chats about actually joining the Hollow Rust server because she wants to make sure that everyone else is having fun too. But I think the way that they did it this time around with limiting the PvP stuff to like their own days has probably helped out a lot. Real talk, what are some of these 100 missions? Man, a lot of people are asking, but yeah, they're rough, man. They're real rough. I have to imagine part of it is because they haven't introduced the next round of crafter gear yet. But the problem is, I don't know if we're going to get that next round of crafter gear until the next planet is open. I can't remember what their usual rotation is on that kind of thing. I think it's not until like 7.35. Okay, so my application was not included, which means we're just gonna keep doing our thing here. Ugh. Other side of the map already. Oh. All right, so gather items as quickly as possible. Okay, so this one is just straight up number of items. So those aren't too bad. And we do it if we have a certain amount of time remaining. Ugh, these are rough. Thankfully, as you level up on gatherers, the ones that have a requirement of time remaining kind of go by the wayside. The only ones that I really ran into were some of the deduction missions or reduction missions. Those have a time remaining requirement. Everything else is pretty much just strict, hey, can you get as much of this stuff as you can in whatever time frame you have allowed, right? And those aren't too bad. And this one is just successful chains. Ooh, but this one also gives me a little bit more. So we're gonna go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this one. All right. And it's just straight chains. I don't have to worry about Gatherer's Boon. So we will save it for solid reason. There we go. All right. Do it again. Oh, my company ranked up. I haven't really been able to do anything with the FC. Just because we don't have an FC house yet. But now that I've got money, now that I got Balmung First Micro Rover that sold for a lot of money, then, you know, that'll change. Our fortunes will change sooner than later. Yeah, look at how fast we can get that done. These lower level ones really are not bad at all. It's honestly kind of funny how easy a lot of them are. Obtain a reduced item as quickly as possible. Instances of Gatherer's Boon. Okay. That one's, see, this is what I was talking about. See, this one's a bit of a run, isn't it? We're gonna go up there. Because this is a level 90, the rank B missions, I will, reductions really aren't too bad, though. We'll see. We'll see. We'll get up here. I'm gonna have to switch over and do some culinary and stuff real fast anyways. Let my GP come back up. 246 credits in 4 minutes, a good rate. That's a very good rate. I'll be honest, that's honestly pretty good. Cosmo credits, really, they're kind of hard to come by. Until you get the big critical missions, there's not a whole lot you can do. It's just you know, kind of a slow trickle as you do your normals. So from what I can tell, whenever you gold star something, I think it multiplies everything by 5. So, you know, it's a fair clip, but it's still kind of slow, right? Depending on where you're at. I think the gatherers go a little bit faster. Okay. Let's switch it up over here to coal. Go. Oh, wrong. I keep. There we go. High quality items. Okay. What do you got? This is level 80 or 80 durability. Okay. What the heck? Well, this is kind of weird. That's a new one. All right. Well, this is going to be a completely different macro set. All right. So they're throwing some kind of interesting stuff at you. Standard lubricant. There we go. Yeah. Basically, you can high quality it in like one click. Oh. Where is it? Standard lubricant. Here we go. Here we go. That's the one that I wanted. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Yeah, we'll just have to quit it. I have a feeling this is going to be a 2 macro solve. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Oh, no. Okay, so that's not too bad. Okay. We do reflect, manipulation. Where's delicate synthesis? Here we go. Waste not 2. Veneration. And we just spam groundwork. Okay. It's not too bad. You just got to make sure, like, from what I understand, like, some of these crafts are made because they're trying to ease you into the concept of master crafting. Here we go. Huh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Relation. Delicate. Okay. And 4 of these? Yeah, 4 of them. Basically until your veneration runs out. Got it. All right, it's a little tricky. A little tricky here. Thank you, Raphael. Oh, you make many things possible. I love it. All right. It's a lot easier when I don't have to worry about great strides and stuff, though, too. Because usually I'm so worried about the quality. If it's just a lot of progress, that's not too bad. That's doable. Someone complaining. Big thing about Cosmic Exploration is they don't have the crazy text over the items. Yeah, I do kind of miss that. I do miss the kind of silly descriptions that they put for a lot of stuff, right? All right, there we go. I'll report that. Hope that it didn't change up my minor quest too much. Yeah. What do we got here? Display on map. And a reduced item as quickly as possible. All right. So I'll show you how to do the reduced item stuff. They're not too bad, but a lot of people get tricked up by the UI, right? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get in here. All right, we're gonna go for a full 1,000. Here we go, because that's basically the only way to guarantee that you're gonna get one, right? Go, do that. Hey, there we go. Typically, whenever you reduce on these, on the Cosmic Exploration stuff, you need 5. Kind of what I've noticed. Yeah, I probably didn't need that much, but that's okay. Got 3. That's at least been my experience whenever I did it on my botanist. We'll see. Gives me a little breathing room. Yeah. So we should have more than enough. Yeah, when you reduce these, as long as you've got 1,000 collectability, you should get 2 to 4 every time you reduce. All right, so for these, you go back into the mission list, and then you got the stellar reduction here. Then you just click on one, and then the next screen that pops up, you can just automatically reduce them. These are the only ones that I've seen that still have a time remaining requirement. And honestly, if you're uncertain of like what you need to do, it can be kind of tricky because you have to give it enough time to actually reduce your items, right? But yeah, from the looks of it, same as usual. We just stick with 5, and that's more than enough. Like I said, if you're like a max Omnicrafter, you got the full guild, full gear, you got the full melds. It shouldn't be too bad until you get to like A rank quests. But if you're leveling up, it might be kind of tricky. Like I can't even really use any of these prototypes right now. Like they're all so much lower than what I've actually got. Even just the script gear. But it is an upgrade. Once you fully upgrade it, it is a nice upgrade from the script gear. All right, what are we going back to do? I like that one because it gives you a little bit of everything. Like this one will hold up through quite a few levels, and it'll be 9 across the board. So if you can do the reduced items, it is probably one of the best ways to actually get your experience for your research. Like far and away. All right, so we're actually gonna make our way back there. We'll go ahead and do it again. Why not? I don't know why the sprint keeps turning itself off. We love the music, by the way. It feels like I'm about ready to take off in the Enterprise, right? All right, now getting up there might be kind of tricky. We'll see. Like I said, I don't really know the map areas for... there we go. I don't really know the map areas for the miner all that much because I spent so much time. The botany ones are really easy. You just look for the plants. Kind of hard to miss. It's not that many of them. We're on the moon. Go here and around. I guess I can cut through. Well, the good news is by the time I actually get over there, our GP is going to be back. But yeah, like just looking at me doing that last one, you can kind of see how quickly you go through cordials though, right? Because you are going to need cordials for a lot of this stuff. Once you get to up a little bit. Yeah, you have to complete a certain number of these to like get the next rank up. I'm not super worried about unlocking A rank missions right now. We've got more than enough time. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well get like one thing done for the requirements. Which of these gives me a little bit more? Successful chains versus gatherer's boon. Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and unlock them. But you really don't have to be in a rush. This is just me being the completionist in me, right? It's just me wanting to do rushing. I'm that MMO player, right? Rushing through all the content as fast as possible. Then complaining there's no content. I don't complain there's no content. I make my own fun. That's why I'm on the RP servers. Yeah, do with that information what you will. All right. Let's see here. So this one is just successful chains. So we don't have to worry too much. This one we can just use our solid reason and have fun, right? It'll go pretty fast, but the requirements they start to ramp up pretty quickly. Here we go. Don't know if I'll be able to get another solid reason in. Yeah, not quite enough. That's fine. That's fair. Come on. There we go. Oh. Why reset? There we go. But yeah. It's been a while since I've actually done any RP. We've just been so busy with the streams and stuff. I haven't really taken a look to see what all's new out there. But I'm sure they're having fun. I'm sure they're having a good time. Wonder what new clubs have popped up. Okay, what do we got here? Alright, so this is another 80. Okay. Alright, so this one looks like it's just a standard 80. It's not one of the weird ones. So we should be able to just use our normal macros for it. Should be okay. Kind of weird. This wasn't a 2-level craft, was it? I didn't see another thing on my list. Well, I guess we're gonna find out. We'll see if this fails. Nice. Alright, so we should be okay. We got this. I have to manually press a button. Oh, hey, no, I don't even have to manually press anything. Nice. Look at that. Look at us. Alright, let it do its thing. This macro's a lot longer than it actually needs, but that's fine. But yeah, you know, I'm curious. I do need to hop back out and like see what all's new in the RP scene. Because since the last time I've actually done anything in it, they've added a lot of furniture, and it's always kind of fun to go through some of the old haunts and see how they've changed it up. See if maybe there's some new G-Post studios out. And that's our dream. That's, you know, now that I've got the money and can reliably make an FC house once we actually get one, then we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. I've got like a billion Cosmo tables already. That's been my pity item for most of my rolls. Oh no. Here we go. Yeah, I was trying to finish the last macro. That's why you don't start the macros early, friends. Yeah, I am curious to see how things are going to go once they turn auto demolition back on. It's not very often that I see larges go up. But you would think that they would never go up on Balmung, but I do see them occasionally, once in a blue moon. Now that I've got the gil for it, well, you know, I'm debating whether or not that I want to actually go for it. It's a lot. It's a lot, and apparently larges are not great because of what do we have here? And collectability will be scored. Okay, so this is a 2-level craft. Got it. Go ahead and give it a shot. 40. Bring that back down. But yeah, because of the number of items, like largers are much larger space-wise than the number of items that you can actually put in it. So mediums are kind of like the perfect balance between the amount of space that you've got and how many items you can actually put in. So, you know, I thought that they were going to be increasing the number of items you could put inside. So I'm not sure if that's changed yet or not. I just remember it being mentioned on a live letter at some point. So, you know, I don't know if larges are worth it or not. But at this point, you know, I'm just kind of going for the first thing that I see. If we're being honest, I'm just going for whatever goes up. It's Balmung. Oh no. Oh no, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this in 2 minutes. I don't think I'm going to be able to complete this. I mean, I only need one Archon loaf. We'll see. We'll see. That's all right. The mech ops, they go up pretty fast. Like I said, once every, what's it been, 20 minutes so far? 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Okay, let's take a look here. Oh, wow. Okay. This one might be kind of weird. Let's give it a shot. Can I do it in a minute? Probably not. That's my fault for not paying attention to the time. That's what I get for yapping. I will say it is nice to be back in here streaming. It's been kind of like a daze for the past couple nights. I just got in the mood. I was like, you know what? I want to watch Lord of the Rings again. So that's all I've been doing the past 3 days. They're really long movies. I really did enjoy it. I haven't watched them since high school. I haven't read the book since high school either. So, you know, it's been nice. Oh no. Oh no, I'm out. We can do it. Wait, I got the gold star requirements. There we go. Can I do it? Ooh, just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time. We'll see. Fortunately, your application was not selected. All right, well, back to it then. Back we go. Where are you, miner? Okay, so just the culinary. And how am I doing on my mining? Ow, that's a ways out. 4, 4, 5. Gather collectibles. Okay, over there. I guess the sprint turns off every time I switch up my job. That's kind of lame. Yeah, you know, I do really like Lord of the Rings. After, you know, starting to read the books again, I was just bored the other night and was having trouble sleeping. So I'm like, you know what? I haven't read these in a while. I'll go ahead and give it a look. Because I haven't really read a whole lot of high fantasy stuff in ages. And yeah, they are genuinely good. I mean, I don't think it would be too much of a stretch to say Lord of the Rings is probably the most influential book series of all time. Just, you know, just the perfect confluence of a lot of different things. And I know people will be like, well, what about Frankenstein or Huck Finn or you know, Shakespeare and that kind of thing. But when we're talking influence, I mean, Lord of the Rings just came out at that perfect time of not just books being really popular, but also all sorts of different kinds of new media starting to come out. You know, television and movies and that kind of thing. And it really just kind of jump-started everything we know about fantasy as a genre, right? Even music, right? Like, not too long after Lord of the Rings came out, you know, the Beatles would play on the Ed Sullivan Show. And then, you know, the music industry would take off. And then from there, you'd start getting, you know, Led Zeppelin and a whole lot of these other bands that were influenced by Lord of the Rings, right? So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that much of a stretch, really. And yeah, for someone that's kind of fallen off the high fantasy bandwagon for a while, it's nice to kind of be back into it for a little bit. I don't think it's really a sign of me going back and reading a whole lot of high fantasy stuff at this point, but it's just kind of nice to revisit my childhood for a little bit. I mean, don't forget, when the movies came out, we wanted to be the first ones in line to see the first screening of the movie every year. So I would dress as an elf, like in the middle of class, right? Ooh. Okay. All right, not quite as much as I wanted. I didn't get lucky with the with my high quality stuff. But that's fine. So yeah, it definitely kind of took me back, and you know, it's got a lot of good moments in it. Under calls for aid, and then you're just waiting, and he's like, and Rohan will answer. Like, yes, yes, they will answer. The world of men has not fallen yet. But now that I've finished the movies, I got to figure out what I'm going to move on to next. Gotta be kidding me. That's rough. That's rough. Just not. There we go. There we go. That should do it. That should put me over the top. Yeah, there it is. All right. Let's head back and level up this this coal. I still haven't finished reading through the books though. So we've still got a while to go on that. I don't know, maybe I'll get into like some of the really maybe I'll get into the really popular like smut that we sell at the the bookstore. Maybe I'll finally like read through the entire Court of Thorns and Roses series. I mean, I'll be honest, it's not terrible. I've been, you know, kind of bored up there at the front desk. You know, at checkout when it's a slower day. And I'll read through a little bit of it. We keep a big stock of Sarah J. Maas back behind the counter since we sell so much of it. But you know what? I'll give this a look. I'll see what the deal is. And yeah, the writing is a lot better than some of the other books that I read. It's definitely a lot better than The Fourth Wing. If you remember my live skeeting of that on Blue Sky. I wish it actually like told us what the contribution was. That's got to be some like crazy insane numbers. Let's see. I guess we'll just hop back into coal. We'll let my GP go back up. Oh no, now we're getting to the 2-star crafts. So now we're getting to the kind of tricky stuff here. Good, sturdy, center pliant, or material condition. Okay. This is a mastercraft. I mean, I guess I can get in here and show you what it looks like. I'm not super excited about it. Durability at 20. That is nasty. That is nasty. Oh no. All right, we'll see if there's any solution to this. Durability at 20. Ow. I don't even know if my macro can solve this. Oh, it can. Oh, it can. Save me, Raphael. Save me. CE 20D. That is... okay. Like, I'd seen screenshots of people doing this. This is the first one I've seen myself. Like, as far as I know, there's no normal items out there that have a 20 durability. That's just mean. That's just mean, man. Yeah, while this is running, let's take a look and see what it's saying to do. Okay, a lot of prep touch. Yeah, that manipulation is really what's kind of saving you the whole time, isn't it? Because yeah, that restores the 5 points. You really gotta lean heavy on that. Okay. All right. See this, and now it's going to activate the manipulation. You can kind of see how it does it. Because yeah, it restores more than it takes. Gotta let that run as long as you can. But the thing is, like, isn't manipulation... Is that something you just get? Okay, it is something you just get. It is not one of the specialist things. Got it. Okay. So it should be doable by everyone. You don't necessarily have to have the soul crystal. That's good to know. It's been a long time since I've looked at like the all of like the little fine print when it comes to all of the crafting stuff. Also, doesn't help that there's like 5 items called standard lubricant, so you gotta figure out which one you're looking at. Which macro you gotta use. And that's mean. This is a class B mission. I'm kind of scared of like what it's going to look like for the A rank stuff. I might not be getting the cosmic tool for my crafters. It might not happen. All right, and that's a fair amount. There we go. Got to get 300. I get 52 points. Okay, so that 50% is definitely helping. That is a nice part about it. I'm getting that bonus. Okay. Guess we'll take a look again. Mushroom processing. Ouch. Ouch. We got an 80. Okay. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Probably not well. Probably not well. Habitat dressing. Okay. Solve. God, I've got so many macros. What do we... There we go. Bread. We'll just use bread. Why not? All right, so what are we looking at here? So reflect, manipulation. Okay, so this pops off great strides, like right off the bat. Okay. And then I think for the actual mushroom salad, I think that shouldn't be too bad. I think we should be able to do it. Normally, I'm not going to be swapping all this stuff around. I'll just click it from my actual button. Yeah, that gets... They're throwing some pretty nasty ones at you pretty quickly. All right, thankfully, the second step shouldn't be too bad. I think the second step I'll be able to do pretty quickly. Just use one of my regular macros for it. I don't know if I've got my user macros. What do I have for just level 90? Level 100. I think I've got one for just level 90 anymore. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Don't think about it too much. Alright, so I need to craft 1. Requires 2. Okay. Okay, I see. I see. Yeah, get that poor quality out of here. Guarantees a good, sturdy, centered plant. Okay. So this is not a Mastercraft thing. You can also do it for good. Which is nice to know. If you're struggling a little bit, you've got the Material Miracle to help you out with that quality right off the bat if you need. Because yeah, if you're macroing it like I am, that is the downside of macros. Is it does not take material condition into it. So sometimes the RNG is just RNG, and sometimes it accidentally, you know, crafts during a poor step or something like that. Thankfully, if you're using one of the various like Teamcraft website or Raphael website, you know, any of those spreadsheet solvers, a lot of them have options that will guarantee 100% quality, but, you know, depending on your gear, that can be easier or harder, right? Might or might not work. Let's just go ahead and do it. All right, now it's come the moment of truth. Now we actually make our salad. Now I'm just kind of realizing that I'm actually very hungry right now. This is what I get for... I literally woke up at like 8 o'clock this evening. I didn't even get any breakfast or anything like that. I just started streaming. Not the best of ideas. Probably not a good idea to be leveling coal while I'm hungry. We don't really have anything at the house. I guess it's going to be a Taco Bell kind of night. There we go. Yeah, I should be able to just use my my actual macros. I mean, I figure if I'm using this stuff for master recipes, it should be fine at least up until A rank. A rank, that's going to get a little bit trickier. That I'm kind of scared about. But you know, the good news is, if you're not a fan of Cosmic Exploration, we should be getting 2.5 next month. It shouldn't take that long. I think I need to go back and look at the timeline again. But yeah, it won't take very long at all. Okay, so I only have to craft one full quality. All right, so that'll cut out a little bit of time. So that's kind of nice. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so I need more level 2. Problem is that one's the best one. But it doesn't say they have to be unique. So I guess I can go ahead and do that. Why not? Let's do it again. Let's go get some reduced items. Where there? Problem is having all of this stuff up on the screen. There we go. Oh, yeah, the UI in this is not the best. This is really the first time in a while that I feel like I've really had to kind of fight the UI and the map. Because there's just, if you want to know where you're going, there's just so much stuff on the screen. I guess I can reduce the size of them a little bit. I'm not going to do that because I'm very lazy. This is kind of a weird spot to get to. I've seen some complaints too, and I kind of get it too with the moon. Is they really wanted to keep the moon aesthetic. But since we don't have mounts, there's just like so many like cracks and stuff. Like little ravines that you can't jump over. It's not the easiest to traverse. So I do hope that eventually one of the phases unlocks mounts of some kind. Because yeah, getting to some of these far off places when there's like a lot of stuff in your way that prevents you from doing that, it's not the best design. Which is odd, because normally they're very good about that kind of thing. And it's hard to imagine that they would have had that as like an oversight. Okay, there we go. But who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. We won't know until more patches are out. So maybe they do some hot fixes or something, right? Best. That's okay. Didn't get lucky with our solid reason there. Yet another cordial. Okay, that's cool. Need to figure out if I can make them. I think I can. I think that is an alchemy thing. No luck. Right, so this last one's going to be tricky. This last one's going to suck. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in the time limit. I have to wait and look. I only need one. Only need one max level. So like I can kind of go ham a little bit on Scour. I guess my gear on my miner's just not as good as it was as my botanist. Ooh, lucky. There we go. That should do it. Get in here and do this before the requirements are up. We got 30 seconds. That should be enough time. Come on. Nice. There we go. All right, we're getting a little bit of a payday too, which is kind of nice. Not a ton, but a little bit. Potent potables. What do I need? Do I just need? No, I need a little bit of everything. Okay. I guess we can do this again. Yes. This is the... Oh. Yeah, this is the durability 20. Okay. Well, back to it. At least we know we can get this one. That's good. Just waiting for another mech op to come up. It should be, we should be approaching that time. I'd like to show you guys on stream what it's like piloting the mech. I don't know if we'll get lucky though. No, we've missed 2 so far. Our bad luck protection should be getting up there. Like I said, I have not had to wait more than 4. And on Ball Mung, that says a lot. Of course it does, but I can get this done in 2 minutes. That's fine. Okay. Come on. Craft. Craft, you fool. We can do it. If only it were this easy in real life, right? As a culinarian. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same thing as reading a cookbook. But I also like it. I would also like it if something did the work for me. If only I could macro my cooking skills. Make life so much easier for me. All right. Not like I really have a whole lot of opportunities to cook in real life anyways, with my schedule being what it is. Trying to cook overnight. I cooked some grilled cheeses last night for the first time in a while. Like, you know what? These are kind of quiet. I can cook these without waking the entire house. It's not gonna like bubble and pop at me a ton. Hey, thank you, money. I like that. I like money. All right, come on. You can do it. Got 30 seconds. There we go. There we go. Let's just turn it in. There we go. All right. Just in time. Just in the nick of time. Now let's wait and see. Let's see if we get lucky. Come on. Give me the pilot license. Give me the free roulette spin. We haven't done any gotcha on the stream yet. Not a VTuber stream if I don't gotcha, right? Had some really good luck. I've gotten basically one of everything of the like big win rewards. I've sold them all. Hey, there we go. Let's do this. Which one is it? Am I driving the Killdozer again? No, I get to board the actual mech. I haven't driven the mech before. Been the Killdozer every time. Like the music for this too. Really, the music of the whole zone is really good. I can see it being like a bit much when you're here for hours at a time, but I like it. I haven't really like had it up in my mind while I'm running around. It's just kind of nice background space music. It's a little different. And then when you actually do phase, when you do the big phase fates, that's like the Fall Guys music. The crystals. All right, we got this. This is the normal mount. This is the one you can get from the gacha. The one from the achievement is black, I think. You'll see them walking around a little bit. All right, and disable auto target, carrot gun. All right. So it's basically like driving Maggie. Got it. Okay. Here we go. Can only be executed while under the effect of carrot power. Got it. Nice. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Alright, so I don't mind auto target. I'm used to lining things up as a red mage anyway, so why not? Nice. Wow. Okay. It just popped right back up. God, this thing is huge. Like, I am zoomed out as far as I can go right now. And it still feels like it's not enough. All right, I'm gonna stay over here in my little corner. Why not? This feels like a nice little spot. Oh, wait. Get 2 at once. Yeah. This mech is kind of fun. I like it. Little different than the Killdozer. Killdozer, you got like a bum rush kind of thing. And then you got a, and you got like a really long timer, just kind of AoE effect thing. Yep. Ow, why am I not getting Kara power? There we go. So many crystals. They keep coming. They're taking over the moon. If they're worth anything. Very nice. Ooh, ooh. Hey, go back to your corner. All right, big bang ticket. Let's go. Let's see how this goes. Good luck. Wish me that streamer luck. I could use it. I haven't had any in a while. All my luck's been off stream. Maybe I should save it though. Maybe we should save it for when I open the Final Fantasy packs of Magic. All right, so we got Cosmo Suit and a Micro Rover. I don't have the Cosmo Suit yet. Probably get the Cosmo Table again though. It'd be my 4th one, I think. You can skip it, but we're on stream. We gotta let the bunny roll. Yeah. Oh, hey. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Like this I've been selling. I'm sure the price has gone down enough though that that I might actually just go ahead and keep it. We'll take a look. Like that's enough crafting for one stream. We've been at it for an hour and a half. Like that is literally cosmic exploration. That's what to expect. That's what you're gonna see when you hop in. Let's take a look and see if this is worth anything. Not that I necessarily need it, but if it's still over 1 million, we'll give it a shot. If it's down into like 100,000s, maybe not. Okay. Like, I'm so not worried about Gil right now. As you can see, it's like right there on the border. You know what? I'll go ahead and use it. Why not? Add some stuff for the old armory chest. I haven't really added a whole lot in quite a while. And then this patch dropped and actually had some stuff that I wanted, so yeah. Go ahead and use it. Okay, that's kind of neat. It's like an actual thing, right? It's already got the white that I need. I realized that I never bought my Amber Drought Chocobo with my golden feathers, so I've still got like 8 of them sitting around, and I'm really debating whether or not I want to save them for more white dye, or if I should just go ahead and buy my Amber Drought Chocobo. It's a tough decision. Because this is my main, right? So, like, all of my collectible stuff would typically go on this character. But, like, dyes are so expensive. They're so expensive. So, I'm not... I don't know. It's a tough decision. So, we'll see if maybe I should save my last 8. My last 8 feathers. They must have been sitting in there for years. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, they must have been sitting in there for years. And I never really realized it. I guess maybe in the back of my mind, I've been thinking every now and then, like, man, I haven't seen the Amber Drought in a while. But for whatever reason, yeah, I just never bought it on this character. But the thing is, like, I can't get those feathers back. There's no new way to get feathers. That's from, like, the old recruiter friend thing. And it is the max amount of feathers that I am ever going to be able to get on any character, right? So, jacket of striking. Don't need you. So, like, that's why it's such a tough decision. Like, once it's out, it's out. But, like, man, white dye. I'm sure white dye is still going for about 100,000 a piece. 100k to 150k per. Usually they come in stacks of at least 2. Like really the only reliable way to get them is from the venture coffers. So it's completely luck based from your retainers, right? Let's take a look. Where's the dies? Okay, general purpose white die. Oh no. Wow. Okay, that's rough. That is rough. Yeah, 500k a piece. There's just no way. There's no way. I think maybe, yeah, maybe I should save my feathers and just use the die. Like, the nice thing is I very rarely change my glams. Like, you guys know that. You've been watching me play this game for years. And how many times have I ever changed my glams up? Like, I have a new glam here for my crafters because it looks really cool. Got, obviously, my nice Starfleet suit. Blue is medical, right? Does this make me a medical officer? I think it does. Cool sunglasses. And then that's really about it. Like red mage, I will change it occasionally depending on what the artifact gear looks like every expansion. But like this is only, I think, the second glam that I have had on stream in what, 6 years, 7 years now? I have to go back and look. So yeah, I'm not changing glams all that often. So it's not like I'm really burning through white dyes all that much. It's kind of like a once in the blue moon kind of thing. But it's still, man, 500,000 a piece. Yeah, I think I'm going to save those feathers. I've got a lot of cool mounts. Not like I've got a friend that's going to be running around on the chocobo with me. It'd just be purely for collector's sake, right? Why didn't I turn that in? Yeah, I think I'm going to save those feathers for like the occasions that I do actually want white dyes. Man, I really did not realize that it had gone up that much. The last time that I looked, is maybe 150k. I could be misremembering, and it could have been like closer to 200, but it definitely wasn't half a mil per die. That is just ridiculous. Where is? All right. Well, that being said, I've got to get up early and go to work at the morning shift. So we'll be back tomorrow afternoon probably. And yeah, it'll probably be FF9. Small chance it could be Elden Ring. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, you know, I'm kind of got my fill of cosmic exploration for a little bit. I'll do that off stream as I can. It's not the best content for streaming, but I did want to show you what it looks like if you've been kind of wondering what to expect and what it's going to look like if you are like a high level crafter in particular, whether or not it's worth doing and whether or not it's any fun. It's a thing. If you did the firmament, if you've done Island Sanctuary, it's kind of a cross between those two. I have fun with it. It's not something that I'm going to be like jumping back into 3 expansions from now, but it is a good way to level. You get some good rewards from it. I'm very curious to see what the new phases are going to be like. So, you know, I'll still be doing it, trying to do my part for Balmung, help us keep that progression bar going. But I can see why a lot of people might not be like super enthusiastic about it. Some people are going to really like it. It's nice and casual, and some people are really going to hate it, I think. But the good news is if you are one of the people that hate it, then, you know, we've only got another month, and then we've got the Occult Crescent coming out, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We will probably be doing a lot of streams in the Crescent, because I think that's going to be some really interesting content. And it'll be nice to get back into some of the mindset of the classic Final Fantasies with the sub-job things going on. So we've got that to look forward to. But that being said, you know, I hope everyone has a good night. I hope you had a good Wednesday. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.